Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Thriving Through Sports. This is all about our Thrive program and how the students that partake in the Thrive program play sports here on campus through our intramurals. We have some wonderful guests today, 2 students from my sports production class. I know they like sports. Hope you do too. Don't go anywhere.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio and sports production will enhance your knowledge in multicam studio and sports broadcast. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classrooms, and students can showcase their work in different media outlets, including live streaming under the MIAA network and UCM's CTV. For more information about this and other emphasis areas within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Welcome back. Thriving Through Sports. Talking about the Thrive program. If you don't know what the Thrive program is here at the University of Central Missouri, it's this wonderful program that was started a few years ago. And, well, let me just read to you what it is. Transforming lives of students with disabilities. The Thrive program at the University of Central Missouri expands opportunities for students with disabilities so they can live a more independent life. Through the Thrive program, the University of Central Missouri prepares students with disabilities to transition to independent living and find employment that fits their individual goals and abilities. During the 2-year program, students are required to live on the UCM campus. That's here in Warrensburg. They work on improving their academic abilities and peer interactions while learning computer and job skills. They also participate in career-focused internships. Thrive graduates earn a certificate of success along with a personal portfolio. Some students may go on to earn a degree at UCM with the proper student support services in place for their success. Students in the Thrive program do not have to be their own guardians. Now, I know that was a lot. I just want to get to the nuts and bolts of what this program is about, and what it is changing lives. I've got 2 wonderful students with me. I'd like to welcome first, we got Gabe Gray. Gabe, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, like you said, I'm Gabe Gray. I'm from Overland Park, Kansas. I'm a second-year student in the Thrive program. I came to UCM because I found out about this wonderful program and how it really shows that, you can achieve great things even if you have a disability or something like that. So, and yeah, just these great things. And I like how they talk about how, they can push you hard and stuff like that. And, having a program like that that checks in with you on that, I think is a great thing. So
That's awesome. So you say you're a second year here, right? So are you done after this year? Will you be done in May, or do they offer a third-year option?
They do offer a third-year option. That's still up in the air right now. So,
okay, wonderful. Yeah. All right. Okay, let's get to meet our second guest, Emma Bame. Emma, can't wait to hear. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Emma Bame. I'm from Paola, Kansas, and then I'm a second year at UCM in Thrive program. So the Thrive program is me like a responsibility, and it's really a lot of fun down here. And it's just really, really good campus here, and it's really good teachers and good students there. It's just a lot of fun, so you can go and do something activity to do in UCM.
Yeah.
Right. And then sometimes we usually go like homecoming parade, or just go like the activity to do thing.
Yeah. So we're recording this first episode. Actually, the weekend homecoming was this past weekend. So
Yeah.
did you get to partake in the homecoming parade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that the Thrive program, their float took second place.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Were you all on the float?
I was there.
Yeah. Okay, Gabe, did you get to?
I was in Manhattan for the Dillon Sunflower Showdown. So
Okay, never mind. So you're kind of jumping the gun on Thriving Through Sports, right? So I know both of you really enjoy sports. You're taking my sports production class. I've really enjoyed having you in class. You're my 4th and 5th students that I've had come through my classes. It all started with a gentleman named Ben Avery. Ben came in, loves sports, huge Royals fan, and he shout out to Ben Avery. I hope you get to watch this episode. Ben came in and just won me over with his desire to do everything he can. And I think that's what's awesome about the Thrive program is, transforming lives of students with disabilities. You can take that disabilities line off there because they're transforming lives of students, period. What you all do, you don't let the obstacles that have been handed out to you throughout life get in the way. You want to partake. You want to do whatever you can to enjoy the campus life. And so started with Ben Avery, wonderful student, moved on to a couple other students, Alec and Dawson, who both took the class. And so when the Thrive program reached out to me and said, hey, we got 2 students who want to take your class, I was like, yes, please enroll them. And I'm so glad I did because having you 2 in class has been a lot of fun. So the Thrive program talks about independence. What kind of independence do you have living on campus? Gabe, can you talk about that a little bit?
I think it just comes down to like getting yourself up in the morning, not having your mom and dad knock on your door and say you need to get up and go to class or go to school or something like that. I think, going to bed on your own, knowing what you need to have for the day or something like that, and throughout the week or so, I think it's important. And figuring problem solving on your own, I think, is another key thing or something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's really good. Emma, you want to talk a little bit about the independence that you're getting here on campus?
Sure. So for UCM Thrive, we do like activity stuff. Like you do things on your own. When later on you can what to do in the future later on and do what if you want to get a job or you get a job and then you just try to or get your laundry.
So you're learning those skills.
Learn the skill. And
so
then
when you get out of school, you have that base knowledge to be able to live independently.
And then you can do laundry and do your homework and help your skills and then.
Yeah, I've always been amazed. I think the Thrive program is just such a unique opportunity for students that might not get the college experience otherwise.
Yeah.
And so I'm very thankful that our university, provides this program. It's really helped me grow as an educator to be able to interact with students in the Thrive program. And what I always tell the people that are in charge of the Thrive program, what I like the most is seeing how my other students interact with the Thrive students, including them in everything they do. And I think it helps them grow as, students of UCM as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great stopping point. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to learn more, and we're going to get into the sports part of thriving through sports.
Rise believes that each individual deserves the right to seek their own perfect life, a life full of hope and empowered by self-choice. Come meet our family. Come watch us live. Watch us work. Watch us play. Watch us rise.
Heroes Restaurant and Pub is a local legend that has been serving Warrensburg since 1981. Come enjoy one of our award-winning burgers or everybody's favorite, Heroes Onion Rings. Whether it's lunch or a night out with friends, satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering food and refreshing beverages. Check out our daily happy hour and nightly drink specials, and of course, the unknown hero. There is a great experience waiting for you at Heroes Restaurant and Pub, 107 West Pine Street in historic downtown Warrensburg.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio and sports production will enhance your knowledge in multicam studio and sports broadcast. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classrooms, and students can showcase their work in different media outlets, including live streaming under the MIAA network and UCM's CTV. For more information about this and other emphasis areas within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
Welcome back to this first episode of Thriving Through Sports. We had a chance to meet Gabe. We had a chance to meet Emma. Let's talk about what drives them to want to be in the sports production class and maybe what they like to do in their free time. Let's talk about sports. Gabe, I know we had a chance to talk a little bit before we started recording, talked about intramural sports. You said you're not currently on any teams through intramurals, but you kind of alluded to me that you have some desires to play something. Why don't you tell our listeners about it?
Yeah, actually, I had a couple interests as well. I think either pickleball or basketball or so.
Okay.
I'm definitely passionate about.
You probably can't tell at home, but Gabe's like 9 feet tall, so basketball would be very good for him. So yeah. Keep going.
Obviously, I haven't played like an actual game of basketball since I was probably 12 years old or something like that.
Really? Okay.
Definitely got a little too competitive, so I kind of dropped out of that, which I kind of regret from that.
Yeah.
But those were good times. But yeah, basketball is definitely something I kind of want to get involved with whenever I get the chance. So.
And what was the other sport?
Pickleball.
Pickleball. See, pickleball is one of my favorites. It's kind of a family thing we do. My wife, my 2 kids, we go out and we play, and we're very competitive. So, I don't mean to brag, but my son and I usually win the match between us and my wife and my daughter. My daughter started playing when she went to college, and she started getting a lot better. So it wasn't as easy to beat them, and actually they came back and beat us a few times. So pickleball is a really good sport, and I hope you get a chance to pursue that because I'd love to come out and watch you play, actually. So kind of a fun fact about pickleball, for the sports production class for our final, I try to get engaging. One of the things, if you're not familiar with our sports production class, we provide the broadcast, the live stream of all home sporting events here at UCM. We don't get to play the sport. We're running the cameras, directing, technical directing, running official replay. So what I like to do for our final is turn that around and we play a sport. And so last fall we played pickleball, and Alec Luke, former Thrive student, was amazing at pickleball. Didn't win first place. Myself and my partner, who was another student here on campus, we won. But Luke and Dawson actually teamed up, and they took it second place. And Alec was just phenomenal. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. When we think about Thrive and, transforming lives of students with disabilities, I said earlier, we could take that disabilities off there because we don't focus on that, right? We're transforming your lives through going to class, getting yourself up in the morning, getting yourself ready, going to class, doing your homework. And I think that's the same thing with sports. Like I said, pickleball, Alec Luke, very great. He's very good at pickleball. I got the opportunity to go to a softball game that when Ben Avery was in our class. And Emma, I think you were on that team as well, maybe?
Yeah.
Do you remember Ben Avery? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a chance to go to one of those games, and it was a very competitive game, and I had a lot of fun. So I hope you get a chance to go out and play some pickleball, play some basketball. I'd love to watch either way, so I hope you get a chance to do that. Let's kind of move over to Emma. So I kind of alluded to a little bit that I watched you play softball one time. Emma is a very focused and competitive person. And let's just say I would not want to be on the opposite end of the base when she's running at it, because she runs full head of speed, and she's going to get in there however she can. So tell us a little bit about softball and any other sports that you play through intramurals or on your own or whatever it may be.
Okay, I played softball when I was really little, and I used to play for the traveling team softball.
What position?
I used to play third base and
Nice.
outfield.
So third base, they call that the hot corner,
Yeah.
right?
And I really like enjoying sports. Sports is just really my favorite to do. So I like to enjoy sports team and be on the club team, to be with the good teammates, be a good friend, and we get to travel like tournament, and when we hang out, it was just fun to do. And then my other sports, I love swimming. Swimming is one of my top favorite sports, and I would start swimming when I was 4. And I joined my club team. I joined a lot of clubs this time.
Mm-hmm.
And when I stopped swimming for a while, and then I came back and I started to swim again. And I really love doing swimming. So my favorite stroke is freestyle
Freestyle, okay.
and backstroke.
Backstroke,
Yeah.
okay.
But But butterfly is just not my favorite. It just really struggled hard.
So I have to assume this past Summer Olympics, you got to watch some swimming?
Yeah,
Who's your favorite?
Michael Phillips and Katie
Lochte?
Lochte.
Yeah. Michael, did you say Phillips or Phelps?
Philip.
Okay.
Yeah. They're both.
Do you remember Michael Phelps from
Yeah.
a few years ago? He's got some medals around his neck, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Tell us a little bit about intramural softball here on campus. Like I said, I got to watch you play that one game. Is that going on right now? Are you all playing softball right now, or is that happening in the spring?
We have one. We do one in the fall, and then we do it again in the spring.
Okay. So are you playing currently? Are you playing currently?
Yeah.
You are? You probably can't tell from the cameras, but Emma had a little fall, I guess, a little accident last week, and she broke her foot. And so I'm sure that it's probably devastating to you that you can't go out there and play softball. Do you still go to the practices and root on your team?
Sometime.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
sometime.
Okay, awesome. We're going to step aside again for another quick break. Having a great time talking with my Thrive students here. You're going to learn a lot more. Don't go anywhere.
A degree in digital media production with an emphasis in live studio and sports production will enhance your knowledge in multicam studio and sports broadcast. Our faculty members bring real-world experience to the classrooms, and students can showcase their work in different media outlets, including live streaming under the MIAA network and UCM's CTV. For more information about this and other emphasis areas within the digital media production program, please visit ucmo.edu/DMP.
For more information, visit the MIAAnetwork.com.
Heroes Restaurant and Pub is a local legend that has been serving Warrensburg since 1981. Come enjoy one of our award-winning burgers or everybody's favorite, Heroes Onion Rings. Whether it's lunch or a night out with friends, satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering food and refreshing beverages. Check out our daily happy hour and nightly drink specials, and of course, the unknown hero. There is a great experience waiting for you at Heroes Restaurant and Pub, 107 West Pine Street in historic downtown Warrensburg.
Welcome back to Thriving Through Sports. Joined here again by Gabe and Emma. We were talking a little bit about the Thrive program and what it means to the students here on campus. I kind of given you my personal thoughts on the Thrive program. I think it's just an amazing program, and I think the faculty and staff that partake in this program are truly changing lives. And so two of those students that are partaking in the Thrive program are with us today, Gabe and Emma. And Gabe, when you enrolled in the sports production class, what was your thoughts behind wanting to get into that class? Is it just your love for sports, or do you have a love for watching sports and wanting to know how that works?
Yeah, I think it came down to I like you said, I really enjoy watching sports, and just seeing behind the scenes of like what a sports broadcast would be or something like that. And this may be a little bit off topic or something like that, but I kind of wanted to share this one. This wasn't necessarily like sports broadcasting, but broadcasting in general, I would say. My grandpa was a journalist in Kansas City for 40-ish years or so. And
who is that?
Charles Gray.
Charles Gray, absolutely. So did you pick up some of that love for sports and that love for broadcasting through your grandpa?
Yeah.
Any particular thing that happened between you and your grandpa that sticks out in your mind that you could tell us about?
I think just his passion for the job or something like that.
Okay,
I think was what he inspired me or something like that. Obviously, it was
awesome.
long before I was born, but just seeing what he did in Kansas City and how he impacted the city in general and just the business is cool. So
that's really cool. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Gabe and brag on him a little bit. every Thrive student is different. Every Thrive student has different abilities and different capabilities of what they can do. I believe for me to be impactful on the student, I need to make sure that I find out what their capabilities are. And so you all know this because you've seen what I do in the class, but I kind of want to push you to do stuff that you might not be real familiar with, you might not be real comfortable with, but I want you to do that. I want to give you the tools to be successful and then watch and see how you handle it. So a couple weeks ago, Gabe, we put you on camera 2 at volleyball. Tell us about that experience.
It was a crazy experience and fun experience. Definitely learned a lot from that day. Just seeing what I do in each situation, what I do during a timeout versus during the game or something like that.
Yeah.
Those were definitely key values that I learned from that. So
yeah. And Emma, you have been integral in running our scoreboard for us sometimes.
Off a replay.
Official replay as well. So tell us a little bit about being up and close and personal with UCM athletics and being in there, and what kind of emotion do you go through watching? I'll tell you, Alec Luke, if you're watching, no surprise to you, but I kind of got my hand slapped one time because Alec was sitting courtside at volleyball, and he was so pushing the Jennies that he was cheering too loud. And one of the kind of unwritten rules in athletics is when you're an official member of the team, you're not there to cheer, right? And it was hard for Alec because Alec he loves the Jennies. He wants the Jennies to win. So tell us a little bit about sitting courtside during a volleyball match. Things get intense. Volleyball points, are always important. We've seen teams win by 2 or 3 and lose by 15 or 20. So what's it like being there and feeling that emotion off both benches?
Well, like couple weeks ago, and then when the volleyball was trying to almost hit my head, I was like, and the ball came in, I was like, what was that? And then I was like, oh, crash, like, and I was like, and I was just paying attention. I was like, what was that? And I was like, uh-oh,
Yeah. Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel, right? Because you're right there in the action. That ball comes at you, and I always say, obviously, safety first, but safety for the equipment as well. Those players come running at you. You got to make sure that you're keeping yourself and the equipment safe.
Pay attention.
Yep, you got to pay attention. Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about working with non-Thrive students in the classroom. So, I currently have several students in the class, obviously the 2 of you in the Thrive program, but you're working side by side with students that aren't in the Thrive program. How does that help you grow? How does that help you seeing how they interact? How does that help you personally? Gabe, go ahead.
I think it just kind of shows like you said, of taking the disability away from what you said earlier, and just showing as an example we're really just any other student on campus. And I think, not to mention, on Sunday when I was working the soccer game or something like that, just asking questions and just bonding with these guys and these people and stuff like that, I think is important. And just asking questions, I think, is just important for
Absolutely.
anything like that. So I think,
Emma, what do you have to say?
I was gonna say that when you're not in the Thrive program, it's really cool though you're gonna make a more new friend, and then they can help you write your homework assignment when it's clock get really hard, and then sometime in one case they will be nice and responsible.
So tell me a little bit about, are there classes that all Thrive students take together, like PE or cooking or something like that?
Yeah.
Emma, what do you say?
So in Thrive program, we usually take food class, PE, and we don't really go to different teachers. We have same teacher in a Thrive program, so we just have Thrive teachers that we have classes with them. And if they're not in Thrive class, it's just hard when they're not with the teacher together.
Right. Yeah, it's different, right?
It's different.
And I think that's, from my standpoint, as being the instructor, um, I I want to give you that experience of what a non-Thrive classroom is like. And so you probably noticed, maybe you didn't even like it, but I don't try to treat you any different than I do the rest of the students. You're in the class. Um, you know, I want you to be part of the sports production class. It's not a Thrive class. You're a student at the University of Central Missouri taking these classes. When you're in the Thrive classes and you're with the Thrive faculty that are teaching these, say PE, for instance, is that a total different experience from, say, having my class? Can you tell us about it a little bit? Are you more comfortable being around other Thrive students than you are, say, in my classroom where you're not around a majority of Thrive students?
Yeah, so if you're in Thrive classes, so you can be friends, so we can get to be all together,
Mm-hmm.
so be good friends. And if you're not in Thrive class, it's just hard when it's some people are from somewhere, and it is hard to tell how to meet the people.
Mm-hmm. Gabe, what do you say?
I think it's just two different environments, I think, in some ways. Yeah, like I said, well, obviously with the Thrive program, we're all in the same program and all this other stuff versus like, it's a little different. Obviously being outside of a Thrive class or something like that. But then most of the time I kind of don't even think about that. I kind of just go with it. So
Awesome. Yeah. And I think that's the importance of it. Obviously having the Thrive classes that you all partake in helps you grow. Some of the things that I noticed on here is improving their academic abilities and peer interactions. I think peer interactions, how do you interact with other people, your friends and stuff like that? I think that's something we all need. I think every student needs to work on those types of skills. So when you're in PE class, the Thrive PE class, does it get pretty competitive? Yeah. What kind of games do you play in there?
I mean, there's some days where they so basically how the PE class works is first years mainly have like assigned trainers or something like that. There's usually like, I don't know, for example, like there's sometimes groups of like 3 students that are assigned to a trainer or something like that. And then second and third years are pretty much working out on their own in the rec center.
Okay.
And basically there's some days where they have like some games that they play. I can't remember what they were called, but some days people like the first years they play, like I saw them playing volleyball last week or something like that.
What about badminton? They play badminton?
I don't think I've seen badminton. They
Okay.
play pickleball.
Okay, pickleball, awesome.
And I think it's just those games, I think, what they play, but other than that, it's kind of just them working out and stuff, us working out
Excellent.
and stuff like that. So.
What's some of your favorite games, Emma, that you play in PE?
My favorite game is just like playing basketball.
Okay.
And my favorite thing was like to play tag. Like,
Oh, tag. Okay.
Mm.
It'd be hard to play tag now with the boot on your foot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really my favorite one is like knockouts.
Oh, a little
Basketball.
basketball knockout.
Yeah.
What's your go-to shot? 3-pointer?
I just shot like 3-pointer, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I cannot make it.
No?
I'm really tough, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, dang.
okay. All right. We're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap up this episode, talk to you a little bit about episodes 2 and 3. You're not going to want to miss this. Don't go anywhere.
Rise believes that each individual deserves the right to seek their own perfect life, a life full of hope and empowered by self-choice. Come meet our family. Come watch us live. Watch us work. Watch us play. Watch us rise.
All right. Welcome back to episode 1 of Thriving Through Sports. Unfortunately, our time is dwindling down. This episode has absolutely flown by. I've had some wonderful conversations with Gabe and Emma. I'm really looking forward to the next 2 episodes. I'm hoping that we can bring in some of these Thrive faculty that you all keep talking about, kind of talk to them a little bit, get their take on how the Thrive program operates, and maybe get some insight on what kind of student you are when you're not in my class. Do you act different in my class than you do other classes?
Mm.
A little bit?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay.
Sometimes.
Well, I can't wait to hear all about that. Anything you want to say to our audience before we go, Gabe?
Not really. Just I had a good time today, and looking forward to the next 2 episodes. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So
Excellent. Emma, what do you got to say?
I hope everyone have a good time enjoying with Thrive program. I hope you're liking it and enjoying it, and I hope you guys in the future after you graduate.
Excellent. Excellent. That is all the time we have for episode 1, Thriving Through Sports. We're going to take a look at what other sports happen in the Thrive program and what you can do to help this Thrive program. It's an amazing program. We'll see you next time, Thriving Through Sports.